Hello everyone, this is Mocha Panda and I'm bringing you back another video of Lei Wulong's Drunken Lessons. Today we're going to be talking about Phoenix Stance. And Phoenix Stance, in my opinion, I would say it's not the greatest stance that Lei has, but it has its uses. I'm not saying it's completely weak, but it's probably one of the weaker stance that Lei has. So let's get into this. First of all, I want to apologize to all the people that have been waiting for the next video for Lei stances. I was finishing up Death Stranding and some other stuff and make some side projects and some other things that are pertaining to FGC stuff. But other than that, we got that sorted out and hopefully I can get these videos out by the end of this week. That's my plan. That is the initial plan. But anyway, thank you guys for still tuning in and still watching my videos. I appreciate that and all that good jazz. So let's talk about Phoenix Stance. So in my opinion, and a couple of other Lei players, that Phoenix Stance is probably like the lower mid tier, and it's similar to Crane Stance. If I had to choose between Crane and Phoenix Stance is probably not my choice. Crane Stance would be my other choice, the best choice out of the other two. Okay, so there's two ways that I know that you can go into Phoenix Stance. So the first way that we talked about that Lei can get punished if the opponent knows how to deal with it is same thing, that's Crane. Yeah, there you go. So it's that string that I was talking about. So you hold back. So 4, 4, 4, 3 plus 4, and you hold back. So it's useful, but again, Lei is punishable if he goes into Crane or into Phoenix Stance if he does it that way. So that's one way you can go into Phoenix Stance. Another way to go into Phoenix Stance is back, up, back, 4. So if you hold back, he will go into Phoenix Stance. If you hold forward, he goes into Crane Stance. So there's two options for that. And other than that, well, technically there's 3 if you just count the regular basic way. But other than that, there's only 3 ways you can go into Phoenix Stance. And that's pretty much it. Lei doesn't have much access to Phoenix Stance, but those are 2 ways. The best way, in my opinion, the safer way, is probably up back 4, only because you create distance and you have a lot of knockback. So if I were to do this, blah blah blah, unless my opponent knows how to deal with me, then this would probably be like the somewhat safer option. But it really depends on your opponent's knowledge that they can still punish you even if you do that. So be careful when you're transitioning to Phoenix Stance if you're using up back 4. Well, because your body's 28. Sorry, I'm a little thirsty. Anyway, so, but the most safe stance that you can do, but you still can get hit, is back 1 plus 4. And that's it. That's pretty much it. That's his only option. So, the thing about Phoenix Stance, it stays out for like 1.5 seconds to 1 second, if I remember correctly. So, about 1 second. About 1 second that he'll stay in Phoenix Stance. But the thing about Phoenix Stance, if he transitions to Phoenix Stance by back 1 plus 4, is that he sidesteps to the right, which is pretty good. That's pretty nice. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty nice, especially if you're facing a Akuma player, or an Eliza player, or an Geese player. Lei has his option. You could just go into Phoenix Stance, and he could just keep going to the right, like that. So it's a little matchup in his favor. If you have, you have Akuma players, Geese players, and Eliza players, mostly Geese and Akuma players, who will just spam Fireball all day, every day, and they'll try to play the zone war and all that stuff. But all you can do, honestly, is just this. It's just that. You can do that. And there's another mind game with Phoenix Stance, but we'll get into that later. But yeah, so he sidesteps to the right. And that's pretty much it. Another thing about Phoenix Stance, you cannot move like Crane Stance. You can't do this shit. He doesn't have much mobility. The only mobility he has if he's pulled forward and he goes into Drunken, and that's pretty much it. But he doesn't have control. He can't do this. He can't go back and forth. He can't play mind games like that. So that's one thing. He can't transition into other stances. You know how if you go into Snake, if you press up, you go to Dragon, and you press down, go into Panther. He doesn't have that in Phoenix Stance. It's his own separate thing. It's very unique. But you can cancel it if you press down or press up. See? So So if I do the regular way, that's the non-cancel version. But if I do the cancel way, that's that. So you can pretty much abuse this, honestly, if you can, if you want to. It's always nice to know what you can do with these stands and make use of them. So there's that. So movement-wise, he doesn't have that. If you hold back, he doesn't really do nothing. So if you want to cancel out Phoenix stance, while you're in Phoenix stance, just press down or press up. That's it. See? Nothing really special, but it's there for you to use. But if you hold forward, you go into Drunken, which is forward 3 plus 4 when Lei goes into Drunken stance. But we'll talk about that in another video. Anyway, so let's talk about the moves. So to go into Phoenix stance, say like you go into Phoenix stance, it's nice. All right. So first one is Phoenix Drunken Tiger Stumble, which is 1, hold down, 2. So the first thing you need to know is 1, it's the same move that Drunken stance has as that. Just a little bit slower. I compare that to Drunken. Yeah, it's much slower. But anyway, this is his own version. It's a high. It's 30 frames. It's -10. So you won't get as punished, but it has a lot of knockback. So you're kind of safe because some characters can't punish that far. So you can use this. It doesn't have much range by the looks of it because a lot of his moves have like that illusion. Again, I say this a lot about Lei. He's like an illusionary character. But yes. Anyway, so 1, it's a high. It's -10. Now if it wasn't, if I hit him, blah blah blah. Plus 45, and it knocks down immediately. That's pretty nice. And you get a follow-up if I remember correctly, or something. Especially at the wall. I think it wall splats. Yeah, wall splat. So yeah, there's that. So say like your opponent, you can just do this, blah, and then go and crank, blah blah blah. So yeah, it's a wall splat. It knocks down on counter hit. Same thing. Doesn't really do much. I think it's like distance-wise. No, there's about the same thing. So nothing happens on counter hit. So the whole thing is that he does that high and then low, and then he goes into side wind head first. But you can cancel the low if you don't press 2. You can cancel it because sometimes they're like, oh, they're gonna be ducking. They're waiting for you, and they're gonna low parry your ass. So you can cancel it, and then you'll do that, not the low, and then create more offense for Lei. Like, you keep that illusionary offense for him. So yeah, you can cancel the low while pressing 2. Like that. Simple, right? It's gonna take some getting used to because it's really weird for this input. But other than that, you'll be fine. You'll be good. But I wouldn't really recommend this string unless you know your opponent doesn't really know what to do against Phoenix stance. And also another thing, Phoenix stance you can't block, if I remember correctly. So for instance, hope my theory is correct. So we'll do good old Razor Rush. Good old Razor Rush. All right. So do that. I'll do that again. Oh, I'm bad. YouTube curse, guys. Yeah. See? You can't block. So just take that reminder that you cannot block and just be careful when you're using this hand. That's why when I play, I usually stay a little bit far because if my opponent knows like, oh, he's in Phoenix stance, I can punish his ass or launch him and do this shit, blah blah blah. So just be careful when you're using Phoenix stance. You cannot block, and your movement's pretty ass cheeks. So just be careful. All right. Anyway, yeah. So this is one of his moves that he can do, and you can cancel the 2. Now, continuing on, Phoenix Wrath. So if you remember, there you go. It's this move. Okay, that beautiful move right there. Okay, so there's 2 differences. On Phoenix stance, if you use 2, it automatically screws. So it screws for a launcher. It's armor and it screws. Okay, but if you're not in Phoenix stance, you do 4-4-2. That it doesn't screw. But in Phoenix stance, it does screw. Not on counter hit. That's the weird part. Right. See what I'm saying? On counter hit, but it still screws. So that's one of the cool things about Phoenix stance, that it breaks that rule with non-stance Lei, if that makes sense. So standing Lei, no stance. If I did the same thing, wall splats, duh. But it doesn't screw. Even on counter hit for standing leg, doesn't screw. Pretty cool. But it does screw on normal hit in Phoenix stance. So take precaution. You still get the arm move. It's -12. Same thing. Voila, right there. It's a mid, right there. So this is not bad. Just take precaution. That's all I can say. Okay. Anyway. Oh yeah. Well, I forgot that this is 18 and Phoenix stance. It's 18 and 19. Blade's frames is weird sometimes on startup. Continuing on. So this is not as good of a move, but it's probably better than a lot of his other moves that he has for Phoenix. Anyway, continuing on. Big Sunder. It's this move. It's just that. It's just this. Just 3-3. It's high-low. Very damagey low. That's it. That's all it is. Same thing. It can be low parry. If you block the high, you can low parry the low. Very simple. So he has options. He has a mid. He has a high. Okay, so just be careful when using this, because a lot of people will like, oh, he's doing 3-3. That's I can just low parry his ass and just win easy. But some people forget that this string does do the same thing as regular standing non-stance lay, and it's the same property, same everything. So same thing, -9, -9. -13, -13, blah blah blah. So right, so he has two options to do the same string, 3-3. It's a good counter. It's a good 14 frame counter. Very damagey. It hurts like hell, especially if you know that your opponent did a -14 move. So there's that. Nothing special, but it's there, so you can mix it up. Anyway, continuing on. Phoenix cuts her. So Phoenix, like I said, if you press up, if you press down, like say in the Snake Stance, Dragon, Panther, etc., you can transition to another stance. With Phoenix, it has two ways to go into two different stances, which is Snake and Drunken. If you also count Sidewind too, so 3 technically. So Phoenix Cutter is it's a low, so you have a high, mid, low options for Phoenix stance. But yeah, anyway, so Phoenix Cutter, you're +2, which is nice. Cool. It's a low. It's a slow low. A lot of moves that Lei has in Phoenix stance are pretty slow, so just take that into a reminder. Now on counter hit, oh, if I don't taunt like a dumbass, stop it. Thank you. On counter hit, it's +12, and you go into Snake stance, so you can do the mix up all you want, blah blah blah. Anyway, but yeah, on counter hit, you get more frames. So Phoenix, they're like, oh, they're not expecting low, +12. Now you got to figure out my mix up, blah blah blah. It's good. It's pretty good. It's a good low, but it's just slow. But the other thing you need to worry about, on guard, on block, it's -14. So just be careful. And it's low parryable. So just be careful. That's all I'm going to say about this. I mean, it's there. The option's there. You're not going to get launch punish. But a lot of people forget that this is punishable. And a lot of people forget that a lot of his moves are very punishable. So, again, he's an illusionary character, but yes, like his stance name, Phoenix Illusion. Anyway, so yeah, this low, -14, on counter hit, +12, on normal hit, it's +2, so just be careful. But you do go into Phoenix, go into Snake Stance, which is pretty nice. It's good, good options, so you have your options there. So, continuing on, Phoenix Illusion to Drunken Master Walk. So, I'm not really going to go in deep about Drunken Master or Drunken Fist. You have the option, Lei has the option to heal and gain. He's one of the only few characters that can do this. Alright? So what I like to do, like say like my opponent, like a really defensive character was like really zoning me out, like Brian for instance, and he's doing 3+4, overload heal, blah blah blah. And he's just zoning me out. He has to health lead. And I was like, okay, I'll just drink. So yeah, if you go into Drunken Master, you press 1+2, Phoenix Stance to 1+2, you drink. And then you gain some health. Well, like 3%, 2% around that area, 4%. But you gain health, regain health. And then you go into Drunken. Drunken is a very powerful, in my opinion, not the strongest, but it's a good stance that Lei has. Anyway, but yeah, you go into Drunken and you gain some health, which is nice, right? It's cool. It's pretty good. So use this. Use this if your opponent likes to stay back. You're like, okay, I guess I'll just go into Drunken, and then I'll just take some health. Whatever you want to do. So yeah. But yeah, remember you cannot block, so just be careful. So use this like when you have some distance and you just playing the mind games and you just want to take a quick drink, get some health. That's why when I always play Lei, I'll do a combo and then I'll drink. Like I'll drink something. Like I'll drink just to gain some little bit of health. So always remember Lei has that option. Try to implement it into your playstyle if you can. If you know, you're like, all right, okay, let's chill a little bit. Let me get some health. I'm cool. All right, cool. All right, so there's that. And you go into Drunken Master, so just remember that. Phoenix Strike. This is Lei's unblockable. If I can. There you go. There you go. It's a 65 starter launcher. All right. It's very slow. Very, very slow. If I remember correctly. So say like Lei's laying down, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we do this. It does hit low. Okay. Just to show you. Just to show you. Okay. Just to show you. All right. So just be careful. Okay. Anyway. Yes, this is unblockable. Nothing really special. If I can do it. Oh, man. There you go. But yeah, the option's there. It's slow. You can use it for mind games, blah, blah, blah. And say, like, your opponent was at the wall, and they're like, oh, I don't know what to do, blah, blah, blah. You could do this if you want. Just play with them. If I can, actually. And then you can hit them for that. Because some people freeze up, they're like, oh man, I messed up, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, this is his unblockable, his only unblockable that I know of. Doesn't really do much damage. It's about 45, as you can see on the damage counter. It's pretty slow. They can sidestep it. They can hit you out pretty much easily. It's not the greatest. Like, Lucky Chloe has a better unblockable. That's just personally me. But other than that, it's just an unblockable. It's there, but if you're facing a really fast, like, really responsive opponent, it's not going to work on it. But you can implement it at the wall. So there's that. Remember, it can be sidestep. Just be careful. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, Hoppy Phoenix, back 3. This is probably his best move in Phoenix Stance. This is Lei's best move in Phoenix Stance. So this does a lot of things. If you hold back and you press 3, you're still in Phoenix Stance. He does this, and it knocks back, it is a 14 frame. I'm just going. I'm chilling. Life is great. And it wall splats. That's cool, right? Doesn't do much damage, but that's not what we're looking for. That's not the good thing about back 3 Phoenix Stance. The thing about back 3 Phoenix Stance, it counter hits. That's beautiful, right? And it's pretty good. And I catch a lot of people with this. So when I like go into Panther and then do this shit, and I'll do back 3 because I know some of my opponents are really trigger happy and they like to press buttons, and then I'll just do Phoenix Stance back 3. This is a trap. There's ways you can make this into a frame trap, but they're really difficult. But other than that, a lot of people seem to forget this. There's a lot of mind games. You can delay it a little bit. Oh yeah, I totally forgot. My apologies. I am so sorry. Yeah, if you do 3 hold back, you go into Phoenix Stance. So that's the other way. My bad. I apologize, chat. I'm not streaming, but yeah, I apologize. But yeah, 3 hold back, you go into Phoenix Stance. Anyway, continuing on. So yes, Phoenix Stance back 3, and then you go into a combo, right? And then you can drink. You can do that if you really want to, but you have your options. So there's a 58 combo right there. Damage combo, which is pretty nice. Pretty good. It's nice. So this is his best move that Lei has, in my opinion at least. I think it's like minus... Pretty sure you can punish it on block. Excuse me. No, it's minus 7. My bad. But yeah, it's minus 7. just be careful. All right, -7 counter hits. So this is his safe move. All right, use your turn, but remember you cannot block in Phoenix Stance. But yeah, it's the mind games right there. You can really bully people in this Phoenix Stance, so just be careful. But other than that, it's a great move in Phoenix Stance and for Lei. You can really just bully people. You're like, ah, yeah, that's great, cool. Just be careful when they're sidestepping, because I believe it doesn't track. But you can try it out on the lab, because I had some people sidestep me and I did that and it wasn't a fun day. Anyway, but yeah, it's a good move. I would recommend it. Use that if you're going to use the Phoenix Stance. But other than that, it's great. Counter hit. Life is great. Continuing on, tornado kicks. They're plus. They're plus on block. So it's pretty good. So you can really like do a lot of things, go into back turn, and then go into lay down, play dead. But yeah, you can use this to keep the pressure up and then keep your offense going. Tornado kicks are pretty good. The problem with them, they're a little slow, and if your opponent knows how to deal with you, they're just gonna jab check you, and that's pretty much it. So you can get combo out of the air. Just be careful when you're using this. And you go into back turn, and then you can apply your mix-up. But other than that, just be careful when you're using this. It's a good string. It's just really slow. And if your opponent likes to jab check you, or down forward one check you, or launch you, blah blah blah, then you're gonna get comboed. But other than that, it's a good string. Just slow. That's it. And that's pretty much it for Phoenix Stance. I already talked about how it doesn't. Phoenix Stance doesn't have good movement, but you can go into Snake, Side Wind, and then Drunken Fist. So those are those options. Just remember, Phoenix Stance goes to the right, and if you hold forward, he goes into Drunken Master, and Drunken Fist has a lot of weird movement to it, and then you can play a lot of mind games. And then just deal with your opponent if you want to. Anyway, but that's other than that. You can pretty much do anything what you want with Phoenix Stance. I wouldn't really recommend using it, but it's there, and there's a little bag of tricks that Lei has. Try to test out people, see what they know about Phoenix Stance. If they don't know how to deal with back 3, or Phoenix Stance 2, or Phoenix Stance back 4, or Phoenix Stance 4 and go into Snake Stance and you're -14, but they know how to punish you, then abuse it while you still have it. Anyway, that's pretty much it. I don't think I'm missing anything for Phoenix Stance other than that. I think that's pretty much it. But I want to say thank you guys for tuning in. I know I've been late on these uploads for Lei stances. I've been dealing with a lot of things, but we got that stuff taken care of, and I beat in Death Stranding, which is pretty dope. The next video is going to probably be either Tiger or Dragon, either of those two. And then after one of those stances are done, then I'll do the other stance. And then after that, we'll talk about Razor Rush. Then we'll talk about Drunken Fist. Because a lot of people have a lot of problems with Razor Rush. Other than that, I think that's it. Thank you guys for tuning in, and I will be uploading more videos in the meantime. There's a lot of new games coming out throughout this month. Apex is getting new season 14, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, and a bunch of other games coming out. So, yeah. Other than that, I still hate playing on Wi-Fi, but, you know, it's pretty good. Hope we get some news at EVO for Tekken 8 or some teaser. Come on, man. I need my Lei and Lucky Chloe. Please don't be bullying me. I really hate playing Tekken on Wi-Fi. It's torture. Please get me out of here. I need help. I missed the wired connection gospel. Please get me out of here. Alright guys, thank you guys for watching, and this is Mocha Panda, and I will see you guys next time on the next video. Oh yeah, be sure to like and subscribe and share my videos. It helps me out. Just saying, you know, if you want to be the homie and all that good stuff. Yeah, this is weird. I don't know how to end this video. Alright, I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye. I need to get sponsored to get a PC gaming. I want to play Valorant and League of Legends, man. Alright, see you guys. Bye-bye.